Hello and welcome to my knife channel. Well, I thought I'd break out all my traditional red knives. All my knives that are red. This one actually started off as a white bone knife and I dyed it red. And then all the rest of these are in there now. This looks brown, but it is actually red if you shine enough light on it. Let's see if we can't shine a little light on this guy. See how it kind of lights up? It lights up more red that way. But it's just like a blood red color to it. Anyways, you've seen the large sodbuster, whatever you want to call that guy. That's just him in comparison. This is the large whittler. This is the gunstock pattern one. This is the three-bladed little guy. This is a small canoe in red pickbone. And this one is, they call it black cherry bone, but it's really more red than black. That shows the black a little bit. So is this one. This is in the red cherry bone and it's black. Now I'm going to try to do a video later on, but Peter said, show me your lockbacks. Well, I would have forgotten about this one because it's a lockback on the main blade. And I would have probably forgotten about this one. But it's a cool one here. Little red bone. But yeah, you can take something like a hawkbill and get yourself some RIT dye. And if you've got a neutral color like white, you can pretty much make it almost anything. But if it's a dark color, it helps to go back and try to refresh yourself about primary colors and basic colors and stuff like that, and what combines with what. Because the last time I studied that was in high school, which was back in the dinosaur days. So you find out, like if you think, all right, I'm going to take this gray looking color knife and I'm going to add red to it and I'll wind up with red. No, you're going to wind up with purple. You know, so, but this one came out pretty well. I just basically just dunked the whole knife in there. I mean, it didn't remove the covers, obviously. I just dunked the whole knife in there. And the dye doesn't stick to stainless steel. And it doesn't come off in your hands after a while. Now, you can take some, like, clear acrylic spray paint, you know, and try to cover. Ooh, sorry, I bounced. Stop bouncing you. You can take some clear acrylic and spray paint over it, you know, and help keep any of the dye from lifting, because it can be scraped off if you take a knife and scrape it. But anyways, yeah, these are just little, you know, this one's got the reverse frosting. I think they do that on all the black cherry bone series. They reverse frost it just like this one here with its. I got to spell it out for you in case you didn't know what it was. I wonder what kind of covers this thing has on it. Oh, well, that's black cherry bone. Well, thank you, knife. Thank you for answering that question that I wasn't asking. But yeah, I'll probably wind up getting more. I want to get the large canoe to go with this, and any other pattern. Basically, I don't have obviously a lady leg or a trapper. Those are the two patterns that I'm missing on my glow series that I could probably get eventually. But yeah, I need to get more of those if I want to complete it. But yeah, there's just something about, you know, the color. It's the same way with yellow. I can enjoy a yellow knife, like a basic yellow handled knife, because it kind of looks like old ivory that's been aged. And then also a lot of excuse me, knives were made back in the day that were yellow. But yeah, you got this long pole with match strike. It's not a nail nick. If it was a nail nick, it'd be like, you'd have to have big fingernails, I guess. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. That'd be like 3 fingernails for me, maybe more. Yeah. But yeah, they're just cool little knives. This one is like a little wide. It looks like if you would carry it around in your pocket a lot, change and stuff would get in there. You'd have to carry it in a slip to prevent gunk, from getting in there. Whereas something like a, canoe pattern, the blades protect each other. And a single blade like this, there's not a lot of room for stuff to get in here. Same with the Stockman. Usually the blades are tight enough that, or this is a Whittler. And, yeah, see, that guy's not completely center, but we don't care. Well, I don't care. Maybe you care. You can care. But I don't. Yeah, it's like a mirror blade on that. Signal for help. Help me, I need more knives. Yeah, in one of those times when you can't afford a whole lot of knives and stuff, you have to basically just ration yourself out and look at your budget a lot of times. And there's usually things that you can fudge, and manipulate around to where you have a little bit more money. And these don't cost a whole lot of money to get, Yeah, if you go crazy with them, like if you buy a dozen at a time, you might as well have bought, a single knife that costs like $100 or so. But I usually don't get a dozen at a time. Sometimes, most time, I usually get is like 2 or 3. But lately, since I get my money once a month, I usually, like I said, place orders on the ones that I'm think is in my budget, and then I buy them. And during the rest of the month, I don't have anything new coming in. But you can look at your older knives that you've had, dig them out of your safe or your roll or your box or whatever. And I keep a box. I'm going to do that on one of the next videos I have, is just right beside my chair. There's a TV in front of me, and I have my cell phone and everything. But to the left of me is an end table, basically. And in that, I have 2 boxes. One box is a plastic insert that came from something that I bought, but it's good enough to hold small knives like this. And I've got like a dozen, maybe more, small knives in there. A couple of doctor knives, stuff like that. And then I've got a bigger cardboard to the left of that, where I put things like this and things like this, bigger type of knives and flippers and stuff like that. And then below the top of that, I've got another box of knives that are more like recent purchases that I just want to, so I can just reach out and pick up the box and dig through them. Yeah, it's kind of like knife obsessed or whatever, but if I ever want to mess with a knife or sharpen a knife, I just got to reach to my left, and to my right is another container of a bunch of my flippers in a box that, I don't dig around through because I usually don't rotate my flippers quite as much. But my traditionals, I usually rotate. Anyway, that's what I do. And here are some of the stickers I got from Metal Complex. One of them was a magnet type one I've got on the refrigerator right now. This is the big one. But yeah, I got those in. And this one, I didn't get the round circle one. I don't think it was in part of this pack, but it would say MC on it for like Metal Complex. But anyways, there you go. That's enough rambling, I guess. I've wasted like 10 minutes of your time, but just wanted to say red knives are cool. So are blue knives. So are yellow knives. So are black knives. All knives matter. Thank you for watching.